Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda bersama saya Iza Izlan dalam agenda Awani, dan untuk hari ini kita nak bercakap sikit tentang Fellow Muda Perpaduan Nasional, Fellowship Fellow Muda Perpaduan Nasional ataupun NUYF, iaitu satu fellowship yang melibatkan belia dari usia 18 hingga ke 27 tahun dan akan diberikan latihan dan juga workshop dan sebagainya untuk membantu mereka mendekati komuniti-komuniti dan juga melakukan kerja-kerja sosial dan untuk mempromosi perpaduan kebangsaan. Okey, dan bersama dengan saya adalah 3 fellow muda perpaduan nasional yang ada dalam studio hari ini. Pertama sekali saya nak perkenalkan Nur Arshila binti Abdul Malik, iaitu salah seorang fellow muda kita lah. Selamat datang ke Agenda Awani.
Terima kasih.
Okey, dan kita ada juga Mogesh Sababati dan Mabel Leong Puiman, juga fellow muda perpaduan nasional. Dan selamat datang ke Agenda Awani semua. Dan anda telah pun melibatkan diri dalam NUYF ini bersama dengan yang dianjurkan oleh IDEAS, iaitu Institut Demokrasi dan juga Hal Ehwal Ekonomi. Jadi mungkin boleh ceritakan sedikit bagaimana anda mula mendapat tahu tentang NUYF ini dan bagaimana anda membuat aplikasi untuk menjadi salah seorang daripada fellow. Mungkin boleh mulakan dengan Nur Arshila.
Okey, terima kasih Iza. Baiklah, saya sering kali bergiat dalam volunteerism. Jadi pertama kali saya mendengar tentang NUYF, National Unity Youth Fellowships, adalah melalui satu NGO yang bernama Nation Building School, di mana NGO ini menghubungkan antara anak-anak muda dan civil society leaders, untuk interaction. Jadi bila saya mendapat tahu tentang National Unity Youth Fellowship ini dan saya melihat bahawa untuk melayakkan kami diterima ke dalam fellowship ini, kami perlu membuat merangka satu esei yang berkenaan dengan culture di Malaysia. Apakah challenges untuk memastikan culture di Malaysia ini sustainable untuk generasi yang akan datang.
Jadi esei ini adalah salah satu perkara yang anda perlu lakukan untuk membuat aplikasi untuk masuk NUYF ni lah.
Untuk masuk NUYF. Okay, jadi melalui esei ini saya mendapati ianya sangat menarik. It is very interesting because as a youth you are the agent of change of the country. So you need to know in years to come what are the things that you could do to ensure that our cultures are sustainable throughout the years. Dan sekarang kita ada influx of immigrants, so we have a lot of culture infusion dekat dalam Malaysia. Jadi macam mana kita nak memastikan anak-anak muda sekarang dan the younger generation, mereka tahu apakah culture kita sebagai rakyat Malaysia, the one that we can say is our identity, that we can bring as a Malaysian.
Dan bagi Mogesh pula, adakah anda sama dengan Nur Arshila dalam esei anda?
Ya, betul. Okey, waktu saya mula-mula dapat tahu pasal this NUYF program, sebenarnya benda ni sangat menarik bila saya first time baca, sebab saya sendiri seorang sukarela, di mana I've been into a lot of volunteering stuffs and everything, and I've been actively volunteering with a few volunteering organizations out there since 2011, which means since I was in year 5. So the whole unity, the idea of unity is like has been a very big question to me, that how's unity in Malaysia? I mean, I just want to know more about what's going on in Malaysia. I mean, saya nak tahu apa status keadaan negara Malaysia dalam keadaan kita nak mengekalkan perpaduan negara kita, dan kita tak nak benda yang berlaku pada 1963, peristiwa silam dan peristiwa yang sangat pahit yang kita masih lagi geruni sehingga sekarang, kita tak nak benda tu ulang lagi sekali. So, apa yang menarik minat saya nak masuk this program NUYF ni adalah untuk mendapat jawapan kepada setiap persoalan yang saya pernah ada sebelum ni. And since saya dah masuk this program, and apa yang saya dapat ialah almost all the questions that I've been asking all this while sudah pun terjawab.
Okay. And Mabel, are you in the same boat as Mogesh, or?
It's a bit different. I got an email because I am in the civil society email loop. So one day, Azrul is the external affair manager for IDEAS. So he sent out this email blast that there's this essay or competition to the title of the essay is the challenges that Malaysia will face that erode the multicultural characteristic of a country. So in my heart I was thinking, well, It's an interesting essay question, and I thought just to see whether I would get it right, just to see whether my ideas fit into the answer or what they want. So I just write something about it.
And you didn't expect to be chosen?
I don't mind not being chosen because I just want to test my idea. That's why I just like, okay, what I learned, is it really true? And hence I just submit my essay last minute. It's quite
Okay, and we'll get to your idea and what you wrote in your essay soon. But like, saya suka nak tanya kepada anda semua sebagai fellow muda dan juga sebagai belia sendiri, kalau bukan fellow muda pun, adakah perpaduan di negara kita sekarang ni masih belum sampai ke tahap yang sepatutnya? Ataupun pada pengamatan anda sebagai seorang muda, apa yang anda lihat dari segi perpaduan di sini?
Pada pendapat saya, we can still see, racial tension, people not understanding each other's religion, because how to say, semasa di program kami, kami didedahkan, diberi peluang untuk berinteraksi dalam perbincangan open discussion about religion bersama Dr. Maza dan this one sister from a local church. And it's very interesting how, we know that other teachings, other religious teachings, they all teach the same thing as our religion.
Which is to be kind to one another.
Yes, to be kind to one another, exactly. So, kenapa dalam masyarakat kita sekarang masih wujud lagi racial tension and things like that? And that's why I believe that it is important for us to address this issue, because if we wanted to talk about national unity, first we need to understand each other, each other's religion, and have mutual respect and mutual understanding towards this
Understanding
kind
and
of
respect.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Saya nak juga tahu pendapat Mogesh dan juga Mabel, tapi kita perlu berhenti berehat seketika dan kita akan kembali selepas ini dan kita akan bercakap dengan Mogesh dan juga Mabel. Bertemu kembali dalam agenda awal ini dan kita masih lagi bercakap tentang perpaduan nasional dan juga pengiktirafan sejagat demi Malaysia, dan kita bersama dengan fellow Muda Perpaduan Nasional yang merupakan fellow dalam sebuah program yang dianjurkan oleh IDEAS, iaitu Institut Demokrasi dan Hal Ehwal Ekonomi, dan bercakap dengan Arshila, Mogesh dan juga Mabel tadi mengenai dengan adakah negara kita ni masih lagi tak sampai tahap perpaduan yang sepatutnya, dan nak tanya Mogesh, adakah pendapat anda sama dengan Arshila?
Not really, because saya baru berumur 18 tahun. I mean, I think people would think that it's too early, but then for me, in my opinion, that perpaduan ni adalah sesuatu yang sangat subjektif, where it's actually tak tertumpu kepada satu golongan sahaja, malah kita semua harus berganding bahu bersama-sama untuk meningkatkan dan bersatu padu untuk melakukan satu perkara. Sebab saya rasa perpaduan adalah tulang belakang pada sebuah negara, dan jika ada perpaduan itu dalam sebuah negara, takkan wujud apa-apa masalah dekat negara ni. So saya rasa banyak masalah yang terlibat, berkaitan dengan perpaduan dekat negara kita, tapi perkara-perkara yang kecil ini boleh menyebabkan perkara yang boleh membuatkan lagi benda-benda yang besar untuk berlaku. Tapi saya rasa benda-benda ini boleh dikurangkan melalui program-program yang sedemikian.
Saya rasa kalau semua orang fikir macam Mogesh dan juga Arshila, mungkin masih ada perpaduan dan juga kukuhlah. Sebenarnya memang ada perpaduan tu. Mungkin tak tahulah, mungkin tak sampai lagi ke atau apa yang ideal sebenarnya. Mungkin Mabel, you can share your opinion on nationality. Is it at par?
Okay, then we have to address apa maksud national unity kan? To unite people, you need to share. Like in a country context, a national context, you need to have a common cause or common identity we can resonate with. Like, what is it like to be a Malaysian? So we have like food, we have badminton, we have all
food
these
is always number one, right?
Yeah,
it's common cause everywhere.
Yeah, so that is the part that unite people. But again, talking about Malaysia, our country is still a young nation. I would still call Malaysia a young nation. We do not, of course, when our founding fathers all come together, to form Malaya, subsequently Malaysia. We have federal constitution and blah blah blah, but there's no definition when it comes to what is it like to be a Malaysian. So we did not couch our own common identity. Like we still struggles over whether we want to have vernacular school. We still struggles over national language.
We still have identity crises,
Yeah,
right?
we have. Like, so it's like a young child. Like, you know, when we are 18, when we are 15, we don't know who we are. Like,
But Mogesh knows who he is now at 18, but yeah, I get what you mean.
So when you grow older, like when you experience different things, tensions, struggles, it helps to form a common identity, like as a person. So the same, I would say the same apply to Malaysia. Like, we do not know who we really are. We still have a lot of differences, you know. I'm being Chinese, you being Malay or Indian, and they're like, we can't come together.
So you're saying that this is a natural
Process.
course, a natural process
Yes.
that we have to go through. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's interesting. But what's lacking though in the recipe for national unity here? What do you think is still lacking?
Well, I basically think that the people's mindset, you know, it's just that people's, the way of people thinking on this Malaysia unity, and this has to be changed lah. Because, okay, sekarang kita fikir that, I mean, in my opinion, we have to all refer as Malaysians, you know. Jangan classify kita sebagai Indian, Melayu dan Cina. Misalnya kita ambil Singapore. Singaporeans, they refer themselves as Singaporeans and they don't call themselves as Indians, Chinese and Malays, but we do in Malaysia, you know. So I just feel like this thing would actually membesarkan lagi jurang perpaduan di negara kita. You know, we have to call ourselves as Malaysians and not as Indians, Chinese and Malays. Yeah.
Do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a mutual understanding, you know, regardless of your races, your religions, your strata. That's why in this program itself, what Mogesh and I did, we did a project proposal that put volunteerism as part of Malaysian culture, because we believe that Malaysians, we need that one spirit to bring us together, and because of that spirit, that we will, you know, we would tolerate each other's differences.
Yeah, regardless of what your skin
Yeah,
color
exactly,
is or your
exactly.
religion. Okay, so in the face of volunteerism, everyone is equal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. And Mabel, you are from a law background, right? Do you think, let's say, if we take Mogesh's suggestion that we eliminate every, you know, Malay, Chinese and Indian in the forums or whatever, and we just put it as all Malaysian, do you think that will be difficult? Do you think that will put everyone in a pickle, you know, officially?
Yeah, there was a lot of debate about this, right? We
Yeah.
know that, but my opinion is this one level of bringing coherence between people of different race, so that we eliminate like where you from. But on a deeper level, the issue is bigger than this. Like, why we are not able to accept one another. So it's about educations, like, because we have a very polarized educational policies, and the way we think, like, we refuse to accept a different, or we are not open to accept other values different from ours in other culture. And another thing is also maturity. I would say for a country to mature, the people have to be mature and civilized to able to engage in differences and come to terms with it and work together in spite of our differences.
So again, mutual understanding and
Yeah.
respect and you know, acceptance. Okay, I think the discussion just got really deep. So we have to go for a break, and when we get back, we'll continue with this discussion. Bertemu kembali dalam agenda awani dan kita masih lagi dengan Arshila Mortgage dan juga Mabel bercakap tentang perpaduan dan juga apakah cabaran-cabaran untuk mencapai satu perpaduan yang ideal di Malaysia ini. Dan okey, tadi dah cakap tentang ada sedikit pasal perundangan dengan Mabel. Okey, nak tanya tentang NUIF ni. Kerana berapa lama perlibatan anda dengan NUIF ni dan apakah antara workshop dan juga projek-projek yang anda lakukan dalam program ini?
Right. Baiklah, NUIF ni dia sudah berlangsung selama 2 bulan. Okey. Dan sepanjang bengkel dan latihan yang diadakan, kita ada like different kind of workshops at different places. So basically what they do throughout the NUIF program, kita banyak berinteraksi, berpeluang untuk berjumpa dengan badan-badan NGO seperti Chowkit, Yayasan Chowkit dan Project 57, di mana mereka menggunakan konsep volunteerism dan social entrepreneurship untuk membantu mereka yang kurang berkemampuan, underprivileged. Kemudian kami juga diberi peluang untuk berinteraksi dengan masyarakat orang asli, di mana di situ kami dapat melihat dan mendalami sebenarnya apakah isu-isu yang dihadapi oleh masyarakat minoriti yang kita sendiri tak nampak kalau kita tak melalui pengalaman ini.
Melalui immersion baru anda nampak.
Exactly, yes. Okay. Dan kita juga dapat lihat bagaimana impak pembangunan terhadap kehidupan mereka. Okay. Selain itu, kami juga dapat berinteraksi dengan masyarakat kaum Dayak dan Iban di Sarawak. Okay. Dan melalui interaction ini bukan saja kita dapat belajar culture, budaya masyarakat Dayak dan masyarakat Sarawak, masyarakat Dayak dan masyarakat Iban, tetapi juga kami dapat mengenal pasti isu-isu seperti segregation antara masyarakat bandar dan masyarakat luar bandar yang berada di Sarawak. So throughout all these experience, engagement with local communities, community leaders, ianya membantu kami untuk memikirkan strategi ataupun framework yang boleh dilaksanakan bagi memupuk perpaduan rakyat ataupun lebih senang perpaduan bersama masyarakat setempat, which is more tangible. Dan seterusnya kami sebagai fellow muda nasional, perpaduan nasional, ini adalah tanggungjawab kami untuk berkongsi pengalaman kami dan mempraktikkan ilmu-ilmu yang kami pelajari untuk memastikan kita boleh membawa perubahan dari segi community engagement, dari segi facilities rehabilitation dan addressing issues regarding national unity, regarding rights of minorities,
terus ke grassroots level.
Exactly, grassroots level.
Okey, dan anda semua telah pun pergi ke ke Perlis, Sarawak, Pahang, semua pergi jumpa orang asli, Tasik Chini, orang Bugis semua. Okey. Adakah anda pelajari benda yang sama dengan apa yang Arshila pelajari? Kerana ini bagi saya satu program yang komprehensif lah sebenarnya.
Betul. Okey, saya pertama sekali saya ingin berterima kasih kepada Ideas kerana telah memberi peluang kepada saya untuk menyertai program ini. Dan program ini adalah, for me, it was very useful. It benefited me a lot. Where paling I suka was that we went to Kampung Orang Asli, Kampung Gumong di Tasik Chini, di mana kami telah berpeluang untuk berjumpa sendiri dengan masyarakat orang asli di sana dan berinteraksi dengan mereka dan mengetahui keadaan sebenar mereka di situ dan masalah sebenar yang mereka sedang hadapi di situ dan kekurangan mereka dan sebagainya. Kemudian kami juga telah berjumpa dengan a few other local leaders and we've talked to them and we really get to know the real situation. I mean, how the real situation is.
You see it with your own eyes and you experience it yourself.
Yeah, because we don't really get the opportunities to, because I'm still 18, so I don't really get the opportunity to see all these things in a wide.
Okay, that's really interesting. And for Mabel, you have a little bit of the corporate background and you have some experience in the workforce. Do you think this would benefit everyone else who are actually working right now in the corporate on a corporate level?
Yeah, like for me, as a lawyer, so we have to think strategically. Well, part of it, other than what Isha and Mortgage mentioned about going to the community and engage with them, we also, on the other side, we also asked to do a, we were taught actually how to do a framework to outline the problems, what you see, what you think is a problem, like orang asli, like poverty or anything like corruption. Okay, what is the problem? How to resolve it? Like, and we all know that NGOs or when we want to fight for a cause, usually we do not have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
So through the program, they actually ask us to help us to actually think strategically, like whatever you have, with so limited resources you have, how do
you solve the problem?
How to leverage on like maybe media. So we learn media strategy. So how to, even like a lawyer, you need to advocate for a cause.
That's great.
Like lobby, like lobby for to pass a bill or to even object it. You have to know how to engage with the media. So we have to went through the training. Like they taught us how to do it, and sometimes the issue we see might be like, we think like Orang Asli, like let's say we went to Pahang, we have the impression like coming from a city background, or the Orang Asli people are poor, they need lands, and but when you go in there, they might be this might not be what it's not that bad, because they have everything they need. They what we think might not be what they want. So help us to understand, identify problem, chart it out, and how to resolve it, and engage with the right people. So we learn to really identify the problem strategically, because most of the time we just assume, we draw.
Now you see it with your own eyes, and you actually become a part of the community. That's really, really interesting. And I think it's great that Ideas are doing this. Ideas is doing this, and to encourage more young people to actually be a part of, the national program. And before we come to the end of our show, maybe Nur Ashila, as a representative for all the fellows, maybe, and you guys are going to meet with the Minister Joseph Kuru, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in summary, what have you learned? And if you were to meet him, what would you tell him that what you have learned through this program?
Right.
Moving forward.
Okay, moving forward. We feel like this is like a very good platform, especially for young people out there. If you feel like you have something to contribute to society, issues to address like regarding national unity or any other issues, like this is your chance. Grab this opportunity to learn more, to engage more with people and contribute more. And based on our project proposal, we are using like Malaysian story and volunteerism as part of Malaysian culture, which all of these we believe it will contribute to national unity itself. Right.
Okay, that's really great, and I wish you guys all the best with your proposals and to make Malaysia a better place altogether. Okay, dan kita telah pun bersama dengan Nur Ashila, Fellow Muda Perpaduan Nasional, bersama dengan Mogesh Sababati dan juga Mabel Leong, dan telah pun bercakap tentang perpaduan nasional dan juga pengiktirafan sejagat demi Malaysia, dan juga National Unity Youth Fellowship NUYF yang telah pun dianjurkan oleh Ideas, iaitu Institut Demokrasi dan Hal Ehwal Ekonomi. Anda telah pun menonton Agenda Awani bersama saya Iza Izlan. Teruskan menonton Astro Awani Berita Segenap Dimensi. Assalamualaikum dan salam hormat.